interface to our portal which allows me to generate a document to a user based on their email address, or 2 documents in this case. I have 2 attachments generating this document in the portal, and I can say, please approve. I can click a filing section for approval, create a high priority document, and then just say, hi David, please see attached docs. Okay.
That's gone straight up to the portal.
Yeah, so that the send button goes to the portal and tells the user who has the email address of docusoftportal@gmail.com that there's a document waiting for them.
So when you supply this system, do you supply it, there's a portal option presumably?
There's a portal option, yes. You pay the charge and you have access to the portal.
Okay, question from Thelma. Do you have electronic signatures on portal?
Well, we have electronic signatures, but we have something which we think is smarter, which is an approval code.
Right.
Okay, so if I go on to the email system here, what we have here is a Docusoft document on the portal.
Just slow down a bit, Robin, so the screen can catch up. Okay, so we're on the portal.
So we're on the portal. Well, we're in my Gmail account, my demo Gmail account, which has the email.
Yeah.
Which is delivering an access code for the documents and for security related to that document.
Okay.
Okay. So if I now click on the embedded attachment and sign into the portal, and
now you're going on the portal as the client.
Yep.
All right. So you the client enters their email address
so
and password.
They enter their email address and password.
They're on the cloud. They're in the portal. That's their own personal piece of space with their documents that you've sent or uploaded to the portal.
That's it. And this is the document at 1016 that I prepared earlier. And there's the two attachments, and you can click on the attachments and see the attachments in the viewer.
One will be an invoice, presumably, if you send draft accounts.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Okay, so that's just the viewing of the document that's been attached to the portal. Okay, so it just becomes a viewer. And what you do is you respond to this attached to this message with the 2 attachments. You respond, and you have to supply the approval ID, which is
right.
which was attached. You control the approval ID, and then you approve the document. You can even partially approve the documents if you so wish to. You can.
Well, if you haven't got an approval code, there was a request approval code there from the firm of accountants.
If you lose the approval code, you can request a new one. If it's for information only, you don't get an approval code.
Okay. So is that bill? You wouldn't want someone to have an approval code for that, presumably?
No.
Just that personal things like accounts, income tax returns.
Or anything that needs a response or an automated response back to the accountant. Okay?
Will wants to go back. He's interested, Will, in the graphics that you were showing there. Just a quick question. Is it possible to double click on the graphics to drill down to the actual document which are late? And the answer is yes, because that was on the left-hand side of the screen, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah, you can do it.
You can see the document that's late. Okay. And you've got this portal then.
And if you send this, it sends the message back to the Docusoft accountant, and the message will look. You get a confirmation. So
on the right-hand side, it says David Beckham approved, and it's in green.
David Beckham is the user. He approved the document. It's unequivocal. This in effect is the electronic signature. It confirms to him and to the accountant that the 2 documents have been approved.
Yeah.
And we generate a certificate, which is being displayed as we speak, and the certificate goes into an email back to David Beckham's Gmail account and to the accountant.
Right, so that's a certificate of approval. You've approved the accounts, the accountant or the tax return, the accountant can do what the accountant does.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the certificate is a non-revisable document which confirms all the activity that took place.
Robin, that's absolutely smashing. Now, I want to get to the crux of this. Because Thelma's asked another question about what is the cost of the portal add-on. So if you're an existing Docusoft user, what do you charge for the portal? Presumably it's by size of gigabytes or something, is it?
Yeah, well, the cost is £20 per gigabyte per month.
Right. So if you're a small firm, you need how much?
1 gig.
1 gig. If you're a very big firm, obviously quite a few.
You just add more. You can monitor the space, and you can add more.
Per person, or is that per firm?
No, it's per storage.
Per storage. So
20 gigabytes, £20 per gig per month.
Okay. So have we got a slide, Kevin, on the costs of Docusoft itself?
No, we haven't. No, we can provide that.
What does this cost, Robin, for people who are interested, haven't got a system? What do you charge?
The list price for Docusoft is £349 per user, one-off.
Per annum?
One-off.
One-off.
20% per annum,
Right.
and a charge of £795 to install it and train.
Okay, so it's about £1,000 for a single user to get going,
Yes.
and it's 20% of that.
20% of that.
Okay, smashing. And then the portal option is £20 per gig.
And your portal option is £20 per gig per month.
Per month, because you're renting space.
Yes.
All portal providers charge that.
And because you can manage the space, if you're up to a gig, you can remove documents from the portal if you think you want to minimise.
Do people do that, Kevin? Do you do that with yours?
Yes.
Just take out old stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, how many partners have you got in your firm?
We have 6 partners.
And how much space do you have up there?
We're using less than 4 gig, I think, at the moment.
6 partners, about 4 gigs.
Yeah.
So it's costing you about £80 a month to £100 a month to have your
We
portal.
go 3 at the moment, because we've had, when the clients leave us, we chop their access off
Yeah.
and delete them.
You don't have many of those, though, do you, in your firm? You have clients joining you all the time. Business is great, and we're looking for more folks. Okay, so that dealt with the cost question. If anybody else has got any questions on the screen, Robin, that was a wonderful demonstration. Thank you so much. You can tell that you do this a lot for firms, and
Certainly do.
You really rush through that, because usually you'd like to spend sort of an hour and a half with a client.
Yes, it needs a good hour and a half because there's a raft of functionality that deliver key significant benefits.
And people listening today, like me, will have a ton of questions for you, which you can stop and answer on an individual basis.
Absolutely, yes.
So if anybody's interested in Docusoft, what do they do next? What's the important thing? Let's just put the contact details up, if we can. Just go through that. That's your, what's that? What on earth is that on the screen? Just hold on, folks. Look at this. It's a van towing a trailer with lots of filing cabinets.
Just to illustrate a point, that was back in over 12 months ago. There were 17 filing cabinets on the back of that lorry, the back of that trailer. There's 2 more in the white van at the back. So we cleared out a complete room full of filing cabinets and had a good old tidy up of other offices.
I wouldn't like to have been following that trailer. I'd put some rope around there. Let's get back to contact details. Now, if you want a one-to-one demo with Robin, you go visit firms, don't you, Robin?
Yes, absolutely.
That's your job.
I go around the country.
So he'll come and visit you. Do this with your key team, partners, managers, seniors, that will be operating admin folk.
I turn up with a laptop and a projector, and I can do a more extensive presentation from the demo I've just given.
Okay, and Robin's number is on the screen. It's 0800 061 2515. Robin's email address is robinnathan@docusoft.net. You can find the Docusoft website for more information, www.docusoft.net. Or, Kevin, you've got you might want to, you did a practical guide to the paperless office.
Yeah, I did this a little while ago actually, but it's still relevant now. And we had only last week at our 2020 conference somebody say that they had used it and it really helped them get to grips with moving to the paperless environment.
Okay.
That's what it was designed for, and I've heard lots of people say that over the years.
And you can get that at oh gosh, that's a website. bit.ly/free paperless. I know all about the bit.ly, and if you're listening, that's the shortened website addresses, folks. So Docusoft is approved by the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Wales.
It's the only software that is accredited.
It's the only software that's accredited to them. And Abby just wants one final question, because we're going to cut it after this. Please, can you restate the costs, Robin?
Yes, it's £349 list price per user, one-off. And the annual costs are 20% of what you pay for the licenses, and we charge £795 for the one-day installation and training. And discounts are applicable for multiple user implementations.
Okay. And today we're having a special price for 2020 listeners, which is?
2020 listeners, if you are impressed with what you've seen, you can get a 15% discount.
Okay, so there's 15% off today. If you have Robin come and demo it, and you want to subscribe, then you can get a 15% off the, presumably that's the license fee, not the training cost.
15% off the license fee, the maintenance and the training are as is.
Yeah, so that's just the one-off fee that you pay to join.
Yes.
Listen, folks, I really enjoyed that. Robin, Kevin, thank you so much. I think you did a great job there, Robin. It was a very professional demo, and you answered all my questions as awkward as I could make them, and all of those on the screen. So can I thank you very much indeed for your time today. It was a pleasure having you in the office, and hopefully, folks, if you haven't got one of these or you're thinking of looking at Docusoft, then please feel free to contact Robin at that number. Thanks, folks. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon.